Welcome back to the van build. We are converting this long wheelbase Sprinter into our new tiny home on wheels. This will be the second van that we are converting into our home, and in today's episode we're going to be taking off the walls, removing the floor, taking out this barrier here, and going to be putting down a new false floor. We're not actually going with timber on the floor this time. We're going to mix it up and try something different, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. We are making some progress. I have one wall completely off. Started to get onto this one here. But these clips are a little bit fiddly. I don't have the right tool, so I've kind of got to get a screwdriver on here. It's a bit hard with one hand. Open it up this way, get this screwdriver kind of pry it open, and then I've been using these long nose to get it off. And then some of them, I don't think, no, there's none. The ends are snapped off, so they're really difficult to kind of get off, but this one looks okay. So we're gonna get this side off, this top one, and then after there we're gonna tackle that side and get that guy out of there, and then probably the floor, and then probably gonna be lunchtime by then. I have all of the walls off. We are done with the walls, and I've noticed there's a few spots here where the timber has been rubbing, so we're gonna have to sand this back and reprime it, because that's gonna be a problem if we don't do that and it starts rusting on us. There's spots are everywhere. We're gonna reprime all this stuff here. Now I'm gonna tidy up a little bit here, and then we're gonna tackle this barrier. We just got out all of the screws. Danny was helping me get them out super quick, and we're like, it's not budging, why can't we get it out? And we just realized there's a whole row of screws underneath, so we're gonna have to take the bench seat out, which we want to do anyway. We want to put a single seat in, but we don't have the single seat yet. So out comes the bench seat, so we can get that out, and then we can pull this off.
Fun times started.
Let's get it done. One bolt left to get this seat out, but it's at the back. I have no idea how they got it in there. So I went and got like an extension bar, put it on here, but the issue is I can get on there, but then I don't have the turning power to open it. How did they do this? And then get all the screws off this? Turns out that there's one more screw, one more nut in behind the back part there. So I'm going to resort to trying to take off this guy here. There's one here and one on the other side, and then see if we can lift off this whole thing. I thought we were just going to take some bolts out, and now she comes, but not going to happen today. We're taking out these side bolts for these massive ones that are in the middle. So I'm hoping that now means... This works, but I think I need your extra hands.
Okay.
We'll come back. So I think we just got all the screws off underneath. That was way harder than I was expecting to try and get that off. I thought we took all the screws off on the side, and then she'll just slide right off. This van keeps on giving, huh? What did you find?
$3.
$3.
Okay.
Now I think we put this back together. I don't know if we're going to have time to do the floor today. It's lunchtime, and then we're going to go grab what the floor is actually going to be, which isn't going to be timber. We're going to, I don't even know what it's called, but we'll grab it and we'll show you guys. I wanted to double check this product so I didn't get anything wrong, so I grabbed the specs from their website. It's a foam PVC board that is commonly used in signage, and it is often substituted for timber. It will not rot, and it is super lightweight, which is one of the main reasons why we decided to go with this option. Bit of a late start today. I had a mini heart attack this morning. I went to download the footage from this camera. It wasn't working. I was like, my gosh, what are we gonna do? Thankfully, I had like an adapter that I could plug the SD card into my computer with. Got the footage downloaded, went to JB Hi-Fi, picked up another one, and now we are good to film the rest of today. While I was out and about, I did go to Bunnings, get some liquid nails, some jigsaw blades, and a few other little bits and pieces. So today we're gonna take off all here, cut these pieces up. This will be our mold, so we're going to trace this out and put this onto there. I did actually forget yesterday, these boards were hiding behind the door, the sliding door, so I'm going to get those guys off real quick as well. So let's get started. Oh, and the back ones too, I forgot. Let's get started. These D-bolts are way harder to get off than I remember. Like, I tried to use the drill and it almost broke the drill. And now I've resorted to this guy, but like, one-handed, it doesn't budge. No. This is how hard it is. I didn't think it was this hard. So we now have all of those D clamps taken off. All of them here, they were way harder than I was expecting. So now we're going to lift up these boards. Probably going to be pretty dirty underneath. I think we're going to give it a good clean before putting it onto the whiteboards outside there. Floor is out. We got it. I had to call Danny to come give me a hand because there was a piece that was like in here joining them two together. I could not get it out for the life of me. But there's the two pieces there, and we're going to trace it onto that there. But what I'm actually going to do, because it's super dirty, I want to vacuum. But before I do that, I want to sand and make a bit of mess by sanding this and repriming it because of where the timber walls were here before. And it looks like they've been rubbing on the metal just with the driving. So I think let's tackle that part. This is what we got so far. It's this side was worse. I really had to sand that one back, and now I'm just kind of giving everything a clean, and then we're gonna give thinking of doing anti-rust on here, and then sealing with primer. But yeah, we'll just clean that bad boy up, and then it will keep chugging along. So I've just used this rust converter on all of those spots. I don't know if it's a bit of overkill, but this is what I had, so I put it on there. It's gonna take 2 hours to dry, and then I'm gonna put a primer over the top of that. So what I'm gonna do in that 2 hours is I'm gonna vacuum and clean the whole floor here. Maybe give it a scrub. We'll see how it turns out once we give it a vacuum. I forgot how long things take when you're building a van. I've just brought the van into the warehouse so I can close down the roller door because it's getting a little bit dark outside. I have just cut one of the boards for the floor. Super easy when you use the old floor as a template. I only had to take it out once to give it a little trim. This is what we got so far. This is perfect fit. So we're gonna have one here. I'm gonna cut the next one that should finish around here somewhere, and then we'll finish off the end. It is getting a little bit late, so hopefully I can get this floor knocked out before it gets too late into the night. This is the good part of still having the floor as a template. So what we've done is that I've put my board down underneath, and then this is the old flooring. So now I can cut out the wheel arches on both sides. It's super easy. We should just trace this out, cut it, and it should just fit in there perfectly.
I like the confidence.
Well, I did too. So the first one was super easy. Second one I took in and out at least 10 times and had to trim it up. Let's see if we got a first go. Are you feeling...
Oh gosh. He broke. Boom!
No way, Dani!
This is looking beautiful, Wadeinho.
Having that template is a lifesaver, but I did make a couple of other templates. For example, like this one here. I was able to make from the old one and put it onto there. Same with this one here. I did put a step to get the cutout. But she's looking good. Last thing to do now is that we just need to rip it back, not rip it back up, but pull it up. We're gonna liquid nails it down and then call it a day on the floor. So that's a wrap for this episode. We're gonna be done, clean up, get this down, and then I think next we're gonna go do the window.
Yoo-hoo.
I don't know actually. We'll figure out what to do next. See you guys in the next episode.
Thanks for watching.